Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, I know it's kind of early on a Sunday. However, we got a lot of things we're doing here today in the shop, getting stuff finished up and what have you. We got on the bench today is a Stryker 955. So we got this all tuned up and ready to go. We've already went ahead and replaced a few of the electrolytics in it. We've got the hi-fi transmit and receive installed into the circuitry, where we go in and we change out different components or add more capacitance within the selective areas of the circuit in order to go ahead and create a broader bandwidth for the receive itself. So I was actually out there talking a little bit of skip a while ago, but flipped it over to the dummy load. That way we can get an accurate reading as far as on what everything is. So figured we'd go ahead and run down a quick tutorial on it and show you what what's came about with it. So let's go ahead and start on FM. Turn that down because I don't want to hear that. So the power supply right now is running at 14.5. I'm actually going to show you on AM and sideband. I'm actually going to show you from two different power sources as far as on this radio. So we're going to start with the one that I typically just generally use for tune-up, which this is actually just a 16 gauge that feeds the workbench. That's going directly into it, and then where he's got a power cord that we custom made for the radio that's out of 10 gauge, and the plug that comes out of the back of the radio is also 10 gauge, going directly into the circuit board and feeding it. So this one's actually going to be hooked up to my other power supply, mainly because it's already got the cabling and all that other good stuff set up for it. So, all right, so we're going to start on FM. We're going to get up here because I actually turn these down for FM. Let me get the meter a little straighter here. There we go. So, push the extra cables up out of the way so they're not dangling. Unfortunately, the one here, because of the way I made the cord, it is a little on the short side for this, but it's a direct plug-in. All right, so on FM, we've got this turned. The power, let's turn it all the way down. So as most of you know, that there is no forward modulation that's actually going to be shown on the meters. So we're going to mainly concentrate on the 50 watt slug that's in the RMS side, and all the way down, you're only going to see maybe a quarter watt, for example, all the way down. It's where the 5 watt slug actually helps out. All right, so from there, you're going to see about a 25 watt carrier as far as for the top end. So more than enough as far as for the FM. For whatever reason, they set these up to where they will dead key up to 50 watts. Personally, I think that's just a little hard on the finals as far as to have that kind of output power on them. So I usually turn it down to 25, just in case somebody actually does use the FM feature on this. We're going to go to AM. Turn our 5 watt slug back around real quick. Show you what the bottom end is, which is going to be about half a watt. And we're going to top out at about 11 watts on AM. Okay, so we'll start here on AM. Let's see here. I'll try to turn the phone down here a little bit if I can find it real quick. way it's not quite so loud. So on AM, let's see if we can back you up just enough where we can also get the spectrum analyzer in here. Turn it on. Hit start. Okay, so our principal frequency is going to be, change that here. Center frequency 7.205. There we go. All right, so center is going to be 27.205, and then we're actually checking this on a 54 megahertz bandwidth. So we're going to cover a 54 megahertz span across the meter. All right, so we're going to start with the dead key all the way down. Go ahead and increase it all the way up to the top end. Nice and clean. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. So really nice and clean across the band. Okay, so we're going to turn this down to about a 0.5 watt carrier. Hello, audio. And about 34 on the RMS. Peak wattage. Hello, audio. About 98 watts on the PEP. So pretty good. Hello, Art. How's it going, buddy? All right, so let's go over here to sideband. Power's all the way down. We're also going to go back to the AM here in just a minute as well. But on sideband, hello, 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 audio. Audio. You're going to see very, very little movement with it all the way down. Hello, audio. Audio, audio. So roughly just a little over the 40 on the RMS. Audio. And about 85, 90, I'm sorry. About 90 on the PEP. So still real good. Still have a really nice clean spectrum across the grid. Hello, audio. Even on sideband, so really great for pretty much everything. All right, so let's shut that off. All right, so all the way down on AM. You know, like I said, we had hello audio, about 35. Now let's bring this up here. These really start to shine. Yep, there's about 2 watt dead key. Once you get up around the 2 to 3 watt range, these really start to shine as far as on the numbers. So I'll show you here on the radio what we're looking at. So right now we're at 14.5, and we'll watch the voltage drop here. Hello, audio. So all the way down to 14 volts even. Now that's at the 2 watt dead key. And let's look and see what our numbers are going to be here. Audio, audio. So roughly about 42 on the RMS, and that's dropping it down to 14 volts as far as based on the radio itself. So now let's go ahead. We're going to do one more before I go ahead. So we're going to take this up just a little bit higher. Okay, so we're going to set this at a 3 watt carrier out of the radio. We're going to check these numbers one more time, and then I'm going to show you the difference between the power cords as far as on the power and stuff, because this is really the really nice sweet spot here for these radios. Audio, audio, audio. So about 43 is where we max out at as far as on the RMS. Peak, we're still going to get over there low, about 98. So come back over here, look at that. Let's forward just a little bit. Plug that power cord. Plug in from the other source. So this one is showing 0.6 instead of 0.5. It's as close as I can get this one down to because it's all fixed voltages that I use here on the workbench. So not dead yet. Well, that's good. Good deal, Art. Yeah. I don't know off the top of my head. I know I had somebody ask me for one here a couple of months ago. Yeah, I don't think you've ran that one a whole heck of a lot from what little I remember. But yeah, that ought to be a pretty good box for somebody. Are you back in New Jersey now? Oh, you never keyed that one. Okay. Well, I know you did have an 8-pill beforehand too. So, well, anyways, let's get this wrapped up because I've also got a couple more videos. One of which I'm going to do right after I get this one set off to the side and what have you. So we're going to come back in just a little bit as well. So, anyways, I've had a couple different people ask me about making it power cords. Speaking of which, I've actually got to order some more cables in order to go ahead and make up yet another one for another customer. So we've got the 10 gauge wire, and it's fed into an 8 gauge cable that goes to the other power supply that's underneath the workbench that I use for smaller amplifiers. So pretty much equivalency because I've got 8 gauge that goes up to that box and then it gets choked down to the 16. So well, you guys kind of have a mental reference as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the voltage drop here, and then we'll go see what the AM wattage is again. So hello audio. So we're keeping about roughly about 3/10 is all we're dropping, versus a complete half volt. So we are keeping 0.2 of a volt higher as far as on the internal workings. So, definitely a little bit of a difference. All right, so now we're still set at our 3-watt dead key. Haven't changed anything. Still showing exactly 3. All right, so, and I am a little hoarse today, so I do apologize. Hello, audio. Audio. So there's 45. So we gained about 2. I have seen it go to 50. There again, my voice just doesn't quite do it today. Hello, audio. Audio. So, like I said, everybody's voice is a little different. But I mean, I did see a little bit of an increase as far as on the power. Again, you'll see a little bit more based on your voice, or maybe even just a little less. But check 1 2 1 2 radio audio check 1 2 audio. So you're going to see 30 as far as on a normal talk, anywhere from 20 to 30. Hello radio. radio. So there you've seen probably about 46 on the RMS peak. You know, we're still going to be about the same. Hello. We're right at 100 now. Instead of 98, we're at 100. Hello. So, like I said, definitely does pick up a little bit. Let's go over here to sideband. We're going to leave it right where we're at. Hello, audio. All right, so let's turn our sideband all the way up because I know I did show you that earlier. Hello. And we are pegging the 50-watt scale on the RMS. So let's go over here. We're going to flip this one down to RMS and see where we wind up at here on the final product. Audio. So about 51, 52 bird on the RMS on sideband. So definitely a good, healthy radio. But anyways, guys, we got this one done. So this is going to go back to our customer. We'll have this one all squared away. I've got another one that has been coming up for a while. Hello, Popcorn. Hello, Rat. Yep, guys, stay tuned because, like I said, I will be right back. I'm going to set this off to the side. I've got another one that is finished. Like I said, that's what I've been trying to do since the eye surgery. I'm still having a little bit of problems as far as on the really small detailed stuff. You know, so I've been hopping back and forth on different projects and stuff, especially when it comes to the radio portion of it, because that's usually where everything's the smallest. So, like I said, just trying to get this finished up. This has been here for like 2 months. I got this prior to the eye surgery and just was unable to get it finished along with some other stuff. You know, so that's what we're actually doing right now is going through. I've tried to work and go through as many stages as I can and get as much as I could done, you know, based on what I could see at the time. So, like I said, as we're getting better, we're going back and we're finishing up those projects that require a lot more detailed vision for the repairs and stuff. So, all right, big guy. You know, I know I didn't put a name up there for this one, but he knows who it's for. And like I said, we got you all squared away. Got you the new logo here put up on top of the radio. So you're ready to rock and roll, son. All right, guys, I'll come back. Like I said, hang in there because I've got a really neat one that's coming up next. So give me about 5, maybe 10 minutes, and we'll get this, like I said, squared away, get it off the workbench, get the other one set up here, and you'll like it. Believe me, you will like it. All right, guys, thanks again. We'll catch you in a short.